The Egyptian Gods. Part 7. Local and Regional Gods. Egypt was not a land of one god, or even 10. It was a land where every town, every village, and sometimes even every household had its own divine protector. Some of these gods rose to national fame. Others remained obscure, worshipped only in one corner of the Nile Valley. Apis, the sacred bull of Memphis. In the great city of Memphis, the beating heart of Lower Egypt, the Apis bull was worshipped as a living god. This was no ordinary animal. Priests searched for calves with unique markings that identified them as Apis incarnate. Once chosen, the bull lived in luxury, tended to by priests, visited by worshippers, and honored with festivals. When Apis died, he was mummified and buried with the care of a pharaoh, laid to rest in the Serapeum of Saqqara. Apis symbolized fertility, strength, and the connection between humans and gods. Later, when fused with Osiris, he became Osiris Apis, Serapis. Nevis and Buches, the other sacred bulls. Apis was not alone. In Heliopolis, the solar city, a sacred bull named Memphis was worshipped as the living embodiment of Ra. In Hermonthis, the bull Bucus represented the war god Montu. Together, these bulls formed a holy trinity of divine cattle, symbolizing virility, kingship, and cosmic power. Sobek, the crocodile god of the Nile. In the swamps and waters of the Nile, the Egyptians met another powerful god, Sobek, the crocodile deity. Crocodiles were both feared and revered. Sobek embodied their danger, but also their protection. He was lord of the Nile's fertility, the sharp-toothed guardian of waterways, and a god of kingship. In the city of Crocodilopolis, Shedet, sacred crocodiles lived in temple ponds, adorned with gold and jewels. People offered them food, prayed for safe waters, and feared their bite. Sobek Ra, fused with the sun god, became a symbol of unstoppable divine force. Khnum, the potter of Elephantine. At Elephantine, near the first cataract of the Nile, people worshipped Khnum, the ram-headed god who created humans on his potter's wheel. He shaped the bodies of men and women from Nile clay, then breathed life into them. Khnum also controlled the floodwaters, deciding how much the Nile would rise each year, a matter of life and death for Egypt's crops. He was joined by the goddess Satet, who poured water from her jar to bless the land, and Anuket, who ruled over the river's flow downstream. Falcon gods, spirits of the sky. Horus was not the only falcon deity. Dozens of local falcon gods were worshipped across Egypt, each with unique powers. Khonsu, the moon god of Thebes, was depicted as a falcon-headed youth, representing time and lunar cycles. Sopedu, a falcon god of the eastern desert, was protector of borders and caravan routes. Countless unnamed falcons perched on temple walls, guardians of the horizon. The falcon, swift and fierce, became the perfect symbol of divine vision and kingship. Cat and lion deities, guardians of home and temple. Cats were sacred in Egypt, linked to the goddess Bastet of Bubastis. She was first a lioness of war, but later softened into a cat goddess of fertility, music, and joy. Cats were mummified in the millions, offered at her shrines as acts of devotion. Other lion gods included Mayahes, son of Bastet, a lion-headed god of war and protection. Shesmu, a lion god of blood, wine, and perfume, a strange mixture of slaughter and beauty. Each feline deity carried both grace and danger, reflecting the duality of cats themselves. Local goddesses of fertility and fields. Egypt's villages honored countless fertility goddesses who protected the harvest. Renenutet, the cobra goddess, watched over grain silos and ensured abundance. Thermuthis, another serpent goddess, symbolized nourishment. Hedatet, a scorpion goddess, was invoked for protection in the fields. These local goddesses rarely had great temples, but they were invoked daily by farmers, ensuring Egypt's lifeblood, the crops, would never fail. Strange and forgotten deities. Beyond the famous gods were hundreds of obscure names, each worshipped in a single town or cult. Wajiwer, a god of the Mediterranean Sea. Mandalus, a Nubian sun god adopted into Egypt. Bat, a cow goddess later merged with Hathor. Hereshaph, a ram god of Heracleopolis, linked to creation and fertility. To us, they may seem minor, but to their people, they were everything. Guardians of water, harvest, fertility, and protection. A land full of gods. In truth, Egypt was a land overflowing with gods. From the soaring falcon of the skies, to the lurking crocodile in the Nile, to the sacred bull in its pen, divinity was everywhere. Every sound, every shadow, every creature carried divine power. The great gods ruled the cosmos, but it was the local gods who filled daily life with awe and meaning. And yet, Egyptian religion was never static. It evolved, absorbed, and adapted for over 3 millennia. As foreign rulers came and went, Persians, Greeks, Romans, Egypt's gods transformed again, surviving far beyond the fall of the pharaohs.